All right, everybody, welcome back to the Heath Barn. A quick bonus episode. Illinois played Purdue tonight. I have thoughts. It's a bonus episode. Please listen and enjoy. Hit it! Bonus episode. Watched Illinois Purdue tonight. I have thoughts. I'm kind of digging this, My last pod, I've had a couple of sports ones lately where I've kind of been analyst-ish. Kind of digging it. So I'm like, hey, kind of fired up after that game. So I'm like, I'll come out here, give my thoughts on it. So, and I feel like I somewhat know what I'm talking about. Also, can be a little more free with the way I speak about things as opposed to people that may be on radio, TV, whatever, So, like if there's somebody on the team that drives me nuts or something that I want to gripe about, Hawkins, then it's fine. It's all good. So, give my thoughts on the game tonight. Illinois Purdue, they played tonight. Purdue's ranked first in the country. Illinois is ranked 9th. It was at Purdue. Final score was 83-78. Purdue over Illinois. Illinois got off to a horrible start. I think it was like 20-4, I believe. And my son that's in the first grade, started bawling because we were losing so bad. And there's a girl in his class that is a Purdue fan. So just want to tell Illinois, thanks for getting off to a horrible start and making my son cry. Thanks, guys. Just kidding. But he did. I want to know it's true, but whatever. So after that, though, they fought, but they just they came out and just got blitzed early, tried to come back, got blitzed again, tried to come back, got all the way down to 3 at one point, and trying to think, got down by 3, fouled. Purdue made both their free throws, and that was that. So, but to get beat 5 at their place, nothing to just move on to the next one, but tough loss, but still, I don't think there's anything to be overly concerned about. So I'm going to go through, like my last pod, I went through and kind of like ranked the players about how I feel about them this season so far and how much I like them, stuff like that. So I'm going to kind of do like a good, and bad for each player that played tonight. So I will start off positive and go with Marcus Damask. He's just, I'm starting to think that he's just a really, really good college basketball player. He is, he had 26 tonight, and he's like, man, his mid-range game and his footwork, and he's really strong, but his footwork is great around the basket. His mid-range game is great, and he's just, he's got a little dog in him, as they say, and he's not afraid to take over, and I think he had 5 or 6 assists tonight too. So he's not again, like I said on that last part, he's not selfish at all. He's just got that he's just confident, and the more he plays, and he had 33 against a team that made it to the Final Four last year. He had 32 last game against Northwestern, 26 tonight, and they kind of come in spurts. He had 20 in the second half, and it just seemed like every time he went down the floor there for a while in the second half, he's just like, I'm going, and he just kept scoring, and they couldn't do anything to stop it. And he's really smart and crafty and strong, and again, mid-range game, footwork. It's kind of old school, but it's kind of, he's just, it's a hell of a find by Underwood to have him on the team. So, good for Marcus Damask. He gets a good. Another good and another hell of a find by Underwood is Quincy Guerrier. 18 and 10 tonight, but man, same old stuff with him. He's just solid dude, man. And, I made it down low tonight with Edey. He's like 7'4", 300 pounds, so he's a monster. But I don't know why he had Hawkins. Well, I'll get to Hawkins later. But I would have had, Gary on the whole time. But Guerrier is just couldn't be more solid. Just great. Those two guys, grad transfers, those are two of the best. They got to be two of the best in the country as far as like what they're contributing to their team and everything like that. I don't know. I mean, they're great. I love them. So Damask, Guerrier did a great job tonight. So they're in the good category. Also in the good category is Goody. Luke Goody had 16 tonight, which he averages like 7. So, but he, same old thing with him. But he finally hit a few threes. He also drove one time in the middle of the lane and shot. I think he's capable of doing that. He just doesn't do it very often. But Goody played really well. Again, 16, and he's always in there battling and fighting, and I like him a lot too. So those are the 3 that I had in the good category. In the category, because they didn't really have enough time to do much of anything. Well, Harmon was out there for a while, but didn't really, nothing great. Didn't help us a lot, didn't hurt us a lot. Hit a 3 in the first half, and he had 5 in the first half. 5 points, I think, is what he had for the whole game. But he didn't get a lot of chances, and it was just one of those games where he's just kind of out there. But he had to, and I'll get to why he had to be out there a lot here a little bit too. But he was fine. DGL played 9 minutes, I think, and he didn't. He was out there. Didn't hurt us. Didn't help us. Danger didn't play hardly at all. Just a couple minutes. So again, they all kind of fall into the kind of neutral, not good or bad, just kind of whatever. Now the bad. Let's see here. Ty Rogers is an obvious one. Now I love him, and he plays his ass off, and he's a great rebounder, great defender. He's kind of been the point guard this year, but couldn't have him out there tonight because, and it's something I talked about last pod too, he does not shoot, and he will not shoot. He has, I think, Illinois is 11-3. They've had like 14 games. I cannot think of one time where he shot a jump shot all year. And he's supposedly like a point guard. So he gets like putbacks. He gets his back to the basket sometimes, got some post moves, and he's got a little floater there, but no shooting. And you cannot do that. You're playing the number 1 team in the country, and it's 4-5 on offense, basically. So he just couldn't play him. So I think, I don't even know. He didn't play he played a little bit. I think he had like 13 or 14 minutes the entire game. And it's usually way, way above that. I don't know if it'll be like that all the rest of the year, but I know one thing. That was a great move by Painter to do that, because just kind of dared him to shoot, and he's not going to. So you're playing 4-on-5, so you can't have him out there. And I think that obviously other teams saw that tonight, and they're probably going to try the same thing. So Underwood will have to figure something out, make adjustments. Not everybody has somebody 7-3. Not everybody has the reigning National Player of the Year, obviously. But holy cow, man! I mean, I know that last year he shot some jumpers. I'm positive he did. So something is going on in his head where he just has zero confidence shooting the ball. Zero, or else he'd have shot it. Zero confidence. So I don't know what's going on with that. He was never like a great offensive player, but he wasn't like this. He wasn't a complete liability on offense as far as scoring the ball. So something's going on there. Again, great move by Painter, putting Edey on him, because it's just smart. Just let him sag in and dare him to shoot it. Because I'm not shitting. I'm sorry. I'm not kidding. I haven't seen him shoot the ball outside, except for free throws where you have to shoot it like a 15-footer. I haven't seen him shoot floaters or layups or dunks, and that's it. And tonight he cut a couple times and couldn't hang on to the ball. He's traveling. He has zero confidence right now on offense, and that's brutal, because he's a great asset to have on your team. I mean, hell, he may have to turn in like a Dennis Rodman thing, and I don't know if that kind of stuff will work in college as well. I bet people have said Draymond Green, but Draymond Green can at least, I can't stand him, but Draymond Green can at least shoot a little bit, score the ball. yeah, he's turned into like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, something needs to change with that. They need to get his confidence up. Somebody needs to get him in the gym and make him shoot for 6 hours a day or something. I don't know. But that's got to change because he's only a sophomore. Hopefully he'll stay at Illinois. And because, man, he's a winning type player. He makes winning plays. But he's got zero confidence putting the ball in the basket. So, and if you can't do that at this level at all, then it's going to be hard for him to be out there on a consistent basis. So, Ty Rodgers is in the bad category tonight. I love him, but holy crap, man, yeah, not even looking at the basket. And when he does, it doesn't go well. So, he's in the bad category. And this leads me to another bad. Yes, he hit a 3 there at the end to get it down to 3. Coleman Hawkins. Okay. Let's go over some of his stuff tonight. He hits a 3 early, runs down the courts, yelling at the crowd like a whatever. Sorry. I'll try to get through this without being too harsh here. But so he makes a 3, yells at the crowd, woo! It's like early in the game. Early in the game. Then he goes back on defense. This man does a spin move on him and makes a layup. After every single call that goes against him, he has palms up. Every call. He traveled earlier in the game. Palms up. What'd I do? Well, you traveled. And guess what? You travel about 75% of the time you get the ball or you put the ball on the floor, but for whatever reason, they don't call it. I mean, it's like an obvious travel when you put the ball on the floor about 75% of the time. It's like shit that you learn in junior high. You teach them just dribble before you take a step. It's like not brain surgery, and you do it all the time, and I don't know why they don't call it, but they don't sometimes, so whatever. What'd I do? You traveled, and it was obvious. End of the first half, he barrels into that guy. The guy was probably, and then he like yells, palms up, what do I do anything? He bitches at the refs. You know what you did? Okay, did he flop? Yes, but he was going to flop anyway. But then you barrel into him, and the guy's probably thinking, this dumbass is going to come in here and just barrel into me, but I'm going to flop either way. So you jump into him, and then you're bitching at the refs again. Every call, seemingly, that goes against him. That is one of the things I hate the most about anybody that plays basketball ever. Do officials drive me nuts? Yes. Do officials drive everybody nuts? Yes. Do you use officials as a crutch whenever you lose? No. Suck it up, because they're going to make bad calls. But here's the thing. They weren't bad calls against you. You just bitch every time. You whine every single time a call goes against you. And I really hope Underwood, he traveled at the end of the game when we were down 6, 53.4 seconds left. Got the ball on the baseline, choked, traveled, put the ball on the floor, and set the ball down. And I saw Underwood. He kind of put his hands up like, no, it's okay, because, man, and Underwood never takes him out. And I don't know what happens if Underwood gets on him about whining at the refs, but he's like the only one that does it. And it is, that is just, as anybody that likes, that is like one of the most, that's a pet peeve. Blaming stuff on the refs. That's the ref's fault. It's his fault. No, it's not. You traveled. No, it's not. You fouled him. He dribbles the ball like a junior high kid. And I don't know how the hell they don't call travels on him all the time. His ball handling is atrocious. He can, and here's the thing, and he does good things. He does some good things. Tonight he had 11 points, 4 rebounds. 4 rebounds is not enough for you. 6 assists, whatever. But I hate his body language. I hate his mannerisms. And I hate the fact that he, in a big game like this, he's going to do 3 or 4 stupid things every game. Every game. Doesn't matter who they're playing, what's going on. But that whiny crap he does to the refs all the time is infuriating for, at least for me to watch. I'm assuming most fans, it's got to be, because it's just like, dude, shut up and go play defense. That Fairleigh Dickinson game, they were up by 30, but he hits a 3 and he looks at the crowd. He's waving his arms around, getting back, and his man just blows by him, and hits a 3 from the corner. And he just never got back on defense because he was like waving at the crowd and doing all this shit. It's like, okay, I don't care if you're up 30 or not. He just, Boy, oh boy, oh boy. When he keeps his mouth shut and just plays, he's tolerable. Again, he's going to do things that are infuriating because he just does. But you throw in all that other crap, all that cocky, whiny. It's like you make a shot and you're cocky. You get a call against you, you're whiny. It's like he's just emotional. No, don't care. You know who's not? You know who's really, really good, who's better than you, but they're not emotional. They just take care of business and, for the most part, keep their mouths shut. Damask and Guerrier. Watch them. They're really good, and they're just humble, and they keep their mouths shut, and they just want to win, and for the most part, that's what they do. And then I just wish there was an Illinois team like this that's good that I like. I wish I could like all of them. I just can't like that dude. He just drives me nuts, and it's all the way he acts on the floor. Not all. I hate his stupid decisions too, but for the most part, it's just the way he acts. I can't stand it. Cannot stand it. Now, but like tonight though, 53 seconds left. We're down 6. He travels, which why you even, it's just like, oh, I gotta get the ball. I'm freaking out. I'm going to travel. Okay. Big part of the game. But he doesn't bitch at the refs, puts the ball down, and then he comes down, hits a big 3. Good shot. Great job hitting that 3. And he just goes to the huddle and didn't really do anything stupid. It's just like, dude, it's your 4th year in college basketball. Know how to handle yourself. I just don't, that's just how he is, I guess. But man, I can't stand the whiny stuff with the refs. I'll bet you when he was in high school and he was going home, his parents were in the car, and every time something went against him, it's just like, well, it wasn't your fault. The refs were terrible. Refs are terrible. Like, just using stuff as a crutch, I could be wrong. Whatever. I'm just babbling now. I'm just fired up about him. But, yeah. So I put him in the bad section. And he's just a kid. I don't know if I should be ripping on these kids, but he just drives me nuts. I'm sorry. And he's really the only one. He really is, because I like this group. So anywho, let's go back to my good. Damask, Guerrier, Goody. Because I didn't really have a chance to do much or didn't do much. Didn't hurt, didn't help. Harmon, Danger, DGL. Bad. Rogers. Not because of effort or anything like that, just because of, like I was talking about, he needs to figure it out. Needs to figure it out offensively and get some confidence or something. And also bad, Coleman Hawkins. So, but having said that, they got down 21 in the second half and got all the way down to 1 possession, and if Shannon does come back, man, it'll be tough, but but who knows with all that stuff. But even if he's not, this group, that's the number 1 team in the country, but you just can't get blitzed like that right out of the gates, and you can't get down 21. You can't get down. They got down 16 right off the bat, and they were down 21 in the second half. That's just too many. It's just too many mountains to climb. But they kept fighting, and yeah, I think they're going to be fine. It's just one of those games. Play the number 1 team in the country on their home floor, got B5. Okay, so should not affect their ranking, should not affect anything, I wouldn't think, but they got smoked on the boards, 43-28. Just not boxing out, stupid stuff like that. Hawkins is right in there in the mix with that too. But sorry, I gotta stop. I gotta stop on him. But Underwood loves him though. He plays. But so this was a quick impromptu. Again, okay. I was negative for like a while about one of the players. So let's bring it back. We're ranked number 9 in the country. We're 11-3. We have a what looks like a team that is fun, enjoyable, and like I've said the whole time, they're old, they're mature, they play together for the most part, and but the Big Ten, every game is going to be a battle, so we'll see how they do. So, those are my thoughts. Tough loss. On to the next one. They play Michigan State on Thursday, I believe. So, get back on track, hopefully. This was just a little bonus episode here Probably put it out in the morning. Not a real podcast episode, just a quick little bonus episode for you. Illinois Purdue thoughts. So, thank you for listening. That's that.